Hey up. I spent a couple of days this week restoring this old shed that I've had for about 10 years or so. So we're down here for two full days, and I spent a lot of time with my chickens. You can probably just hear them. So I spent a lot of time watching them, and I noticed a bit of the behaviour, what they were doing, digging these little holes and sort of sitting in them. So I did a bit of research on the internet, and it's basically dirt bathing. So I've looked at a few videos, and what they do, they need something called a chicken bath. So I'm going to make one of them today. I'll just show you these little holes that they're building. So they scrat around, and then they find little divots in the ground. There's one there. There's a couple there, look. There's another one there. And then they sort of settle down in it. So apparently they're using it as a dirt bath, and this it stops the itching, it gets rid of old feathers, and it gets rid of lice and mites that start living on them basically, and it's good for them. So, but what's even better for them is a purpose-made chicken bath. So that's what I'm going to do today. The use for it is an old tyre that I've had for years. I made a tyre swing for the kids when they were younger, and they've used that. So I'm going to go get it now. In fact, I'm up here now, and I'll just show you what I thought was an old tyre on this wire line that I had. So the kids used to use it for a swing and swing out here, but they've all grown up now. But the tyre's gone. So I'm hoping it's down here somewhere. But I can't see it. So that's obviously snapped at some point. Or maybe I've took it off and used it. I can't remember taking it off. So maybe it's up there somewhere. Do you know what? I cleared all this. Beginning of lockdown, I cleared all this and I made a bit of an allotment out of it. And it's all regrown again. It's waste ground. Right, let's try and find this tyre. It's a right mess down here. But I found it. Jeez, I don't remember taking that down. So it's down here with all my junk. Yeah, this isn't a plant, I promise you. This is around the back of my shed. It's an old barbecue. And that's my tyre I'm going to use. Yep, that'll be perfect. Well, should I? Shouldn't I? What's the worst that can happen? Crush my plant pot. Right. Okay, my first executive decision is where to place it. So I want it to be where the sun will get to it and dry it out if it gets wet. So I've got trees up there, but the sun's normally sort of up there. So I think in the middle would be ideal. So apparently a tyre is ideal for this because it's free draining. You don't want anything with a solid bottom in because the water, the rain will get in it and make it all slushy and muddy, and you don't want that. They need dust to get in between the feathers to get rid of all the mites that might be in there. It just keeps healthy birds. So tyre, and then what you need is a bit of topsoil, a bit of sand, anything dusty really, and you can use ash out of the wood burner. So I've got all them sorts of things. So that's what I'm going to put in. A mixture of grit sand, ash. Well, there we go, one dust bath. It still needs a bit more in it. Apparently you've got to keep filling these up anyway, so, but I'll be having plenty of wood burning stove, ashes to go in there, and maybe a bit more sand. So we'll see how they like that. I'll jump out the pen and leave them to it for 10 minutes and see what happens. What they're doing is digging where I've dug that freshly dug earth. There's probably worms and stuff in there. I've gone a bit low with it, so it's making it easier for them to dig. It's nice soil. A couple of years ago they cut a load of trees down on the canal, just sort of down this side here, and all the tree branches they made into mulch, and there were tons of it, and it would just sitting there rotting really. So I got a wheelbarrow one day, went down and filled all this area with wood chippings, tree bark, and I can't remember how long ago it is, a few years ago, but it's all turned into soil now. Yeah, so it's a good fertile soil. It's a good area for them. There's plenty of fresh pickings in there. They're ignoring the bath though. Let's leave it a minute, see what happens. I've just walked past my gooseberry bush as I'm on my way up, and there's a lot on there. Must be quite fruitful these days. And I've got a blueberry bush there, and they seem to be coming out as well. Trouble is the birds nick these. Maybe I need to build some sort of cage around it. What's some gardening videos on YouTube. But I've probably said it before, I work 5 days a week and there's just not enough time in the day to get everything done. It's all my time just to keep on top of it. I made this last year, had strawberries in there. I've not kept up to it, I don't have time. That's an olive tree. And this used to be my vegetable plot again this year.
not done much with it. Need to get on top of it. Gotta say though, very pleased with that shed. Looks great from up here. We're ignoring it so far. I don't know if you can see, I can see from here the ash that I've put on top of the sand. Because the sand was in a plastic bag and it had been outside, the sand was wet. And then I've put ash on top of the sand and it seems to be making the ash go wet, which I never really thought of. So I need more ash in there. It needs to sit there and drain for a bit. So maybe by the end of this weekend it'll probably be alright. I do like the idea of using that tyre though. So it were a tyre originally on a car, obviously, and then I found it in a clearance. I cleaned out a garage that had gone bankrupt, and we moved a load of equipment out there, and I had a load of tyres that they needed to get rid of. So I took a couple. That one mainly for a swing for my kids, and then I've got a couple in my garage that I've kept. I thought I might use them as some sort of guttering at some point, but anyway, I've not used them. And now it's going to be a dust bath. So who knows what it might go on to be after this. That's 3 good uses for it already. Anyway, thanks for watching.